called the original Jesus, Yeshua. So let's call Jesus from now on Yeshua, because that's his name. He would never recognize the name Jesus. Yeshua. So I started reading what Yeshua really said. And he said, Lachen eyu shlemim ka'asher avichem shebashamayim shalem hu. This shocked me. Shalem means whole. W-H-O-L-E. To be a whole. So I say to myself, what is the word in God's language for perfect? There is none. And that's why the voice said to me, it's not mine. I didn't say that. There is no perfect in God's language. In the Bible, in the original Bible, the word perfect simply does not exist. The word whole exists. That should change your life, because it means that the perfection that you are looking for, especially in America, when we are looking for some perfection that simply doesn't exist, it's like ideology or something up there, but it doesn't really exist. God is saying, if you feel whole, that's the top that you can get in life, and that's what you should desire. You should desire to be a whole. The other words in God's language of Hebrew is mushlam. Mushlam means like perfection. Also shlemut, but it means to be a whole. Jerusalem, Yerushalem, is made of the root shalem. In other words, God sees Jerusalem as the city that it's a whole, not the perfect city, because perfect doesn't exist, a whole. The word shalom, peace, is a word that means to be a whole. This changed me, because no longer I desire something called perfection. I desire to be a whole, like Yeshua said, the original Yeshua. Lachen eyu shlemim. Therefore, be whole. Like, feel good with yourself. Do the best that you can do. Like your Father in the skies. Whole is he. Lachen eyush. Yeshu will read it to you like this, the original Yeshu. Lachen eyush shlemim ka'asher avichem shebashamayim shalem hu. That's how Jesus, Yeshua, will read it to you. Perfection is misleading. I will do another video. And so what is it actually, this name certificate? We take your name and we send it to Jerusalem. They discover your name in God's holy letters. This guy, his name is Sami Hafagi. His name in God's holy language of Hebrew is Shmuel. Shmuel. It's from right to left. 346, 1, 30. Each letter has a number between 1 and 400. God's language of Hebrew has 22 letters. Each letter is encoded by God from numbers between 1 and 400. So, the first name, Shmuel, the total is 377. Last name is 102. Together, it's 479. We are looking now in the original Bible and we find out that it's Genesis 19:21. This is the way that Sami Hafagi, Shmuel Hafagi, is wired to be. He's supposed to understand what it means. We don't know. He's supposed to understand. It's like between God and Shmuel Hafagi. But Shmuel Hafagi has also life path. And that's something very interesting that we find in Pi. It's a very complex method that we use in Code to God. Life path is 2119, and it's Exodus 22:7. That's his life path, and he will understand what it means in English and in Hebrew. This is the divine number. His divine number is 2. Now, Shmuel Sami Hafagi will now understand his life better. He will understand his direction in life. He will be connected to God better. And he needs to look for these numbers in his life. So if Shmuel Hafagi, Sami, is looking to decide something in life, let's say buying a house, a job, and he sees suddenly something with the number 2, it means that God is giving him direction. Because you need to start somewhere when you want to communicate with God. That's the way that I do that. I have my numbers, and when I see them, I know that this is what it is. Let's take another one, for example. Let's take this one. The name is Sean Myers. Sean is Jerusalem discovered for us that it's actually Yohanan. It's an Irish name, and it went through few generations of mistranslations or meanings and so on, and it actually came from Yohanan. It's one of the apostles of Jesus, and this is the Hebrew name. And again, there are 5 letters. You see the number for each letter. The total is 124. Myers, 321. Wired, 445. This is who Sean Myers is, or in his biblical name, Yohanan Myers. This is his life path. This is his divine number. And he can learn who he is and what's his life path. And from now on, when Sean Myers will see the number 4, he will know that this is probably the right choice. Or if he will see 445 or 1943, and it goes on and on, all of these people will find their connection to God much, much better. Let's look from the other side. Here,